now I'll go over some general tips for this meta. So you always want to recognize, what your win condition is for every team fight and team comp that you're running. Also think about the enemy's win condition, so you know how to not play another comp. So for example, if it's dive versus dive, then you are looking at call the engagement on a support or a DPS player. When the enemy team is running a Brig, you can't just always just jump in straight into them, since you'll probably be stunned and melted instantly, because Brig is that anti-dive hero. So for this, you have to play around the Brig, so go where she isn't. So for example, if Brig is playing super far back, on the supports, just pick, hey, just poke out tanks, focus Diva or focus Winston. And then if you see her moving up forward out of the support's way to go help the tanks, you're like, hey, okay, let's go Zen, 3 2 1 go. So then after she just moved up, now you can go for their backline onto the Zen, and there's no way she can come back in time plus get the stun off. So you want to try and make sure when you're facing the Brig, you're just going where she isn't, so she can't mess up your dives. She can't be everywhere, so pick your engagement smartly as Winston. Use that mobility to your advantage. So the next meta that's going on right now is that Sombra Doomfist type of cancer. So to deal with that as monkey, you have to be really aware of where you're positioned. You don't always want to just be chilling low ground. You want to try and be high ground, so this way you do have some protection, that they have to use movement to get up to you, or not everybody on their team can get to you at that one time, because once you get hacked, you probably are a free kill. So position high grounds. Also, so you have some safety. Try not to show yourself, till you're ready to dive. Have your DPS scout and, give the information to you, and then you can call an engagement. So have them, find out where their, supports are and stuff. And then based on the information they give you, you go for that engagement. This will allow you to take no damage at all, not get hacked, have a more successful dive since they don't know where you're coming from. Sombra Doomfist comps are good for engaging and keeping that tempo high, but it does leave their backline vulnerable. So take advantage of that and be proactive, positioning yourself high grounds in spots that they're gonna want to come out of. So let's say this is a first choke point, so you want to try and position yourself up here out of line of sight, and just wait here. Don't be positioned out in the open knowing where they are, because if a team doesn't know where you are, then they're always gonna be scared and look in corners and not be completely focused on what's right up in front of them. So Goats is also another meta comp right now that's really annoying to play against if you are playing the monkey. So if you find yourself playing the monkey into this type of comp, you want to look for engagements on Mora preferably, or their Lucio. You want to try and get one of the supports out of the way, otherwise you're probably not gonna have enough damage to kill those big healthy targets with all that sustain. So if you can take out one of the healers in that comp, then that comp starts to fall apart. So you want to have yourself high ground at the start. As they come in, you can zap for the free heal charge while your DPS are poking as well, because if you are on low ground, you're just going to get sped onto and killed instantly, and that's no fun. So if you see the Mora use her shift ability, that's where you're trying to be poking out, have your DPS trying to focus her. If you see her use her shift, that's when that's your engagement opportunity. Hey, okay, let's try and everybody see Mora, call where she is, do the target, countdown, 3 2 1 go. And if you can get on that Mora killer when she has no escapes, then that's the best way to deal with that comp. So try and get that killed instantly. Other than that, you need to try and make them exhaust their resources before you engage if Mora is holding on to her shift. So this would be try and make them use bubble, make them use amp. You see matrix being used, that Mora shift as well. It's okay to play a little slower and wait for them to use these abilities, then call a dive, because if you just try and take an engagement right off the bat when all their abilities are still there, you're gonna lose almost 100% of the time. So wait for them to exhaust resources and then choose your engagement, and you'll have way more success in versus those go comps. Alright, well that wraps up this video on how to deal with some of the meta comps right now as Winston. Hope you all enjoyed it and learned something new. Leave a comment below if you'd like me to do this with other heroes, as well as keep them up to date with the current meta. As always, thank you again for watching, and if you have any questions, feel free to message me on Discord or ask during one of my Twitch streams every single day. Till next time, peace out guys.